coming back this week. How things been going at home this week?
I mean, I still feel like we're like a little distant with each other. I don't know. I just, I noticed that like we're not even going to bed at the same time like we usually do. So that's kind of weird. But yeah, I mean we're okay.
Because I know last session it was a little bit of a difficult conversation. We were kind of talking about the reasons for the affair.
Yeah.
So since that conversation has kind of still been distant in the house, not sleeping together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to. I just don't want to sleep with her.
Mm-hmm. And even though I recall from last session, the affair occurred a year or 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And for how long was it?
Like a few months.
Okay.
3 months.
3 months.
Yeah.
Okay. And for you, this is still an issue for you. Do you think it's been difficult for you to kind of move past it?
Yeah, absolutely. I can't trust her. I don't really want to be around her.
Mm-hmm.
She wants to move on, but this has just kind of been thrown into my lap and said, "Here, you deal with it."
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that's fair.
Okay. So I do kind of want to get into like basically the feelings that both of you have, because there are still, I believe, some lingering feelings that are left. Since you seem to feel that you've been able to move past it a little bit, it seems like Mike here is having a little bit of trouble. So that might be contributing to the distance y'all are having. I just kind of want to work through that. So for today, I just kind of want to start with actually Mike, and kind of going into like what do you feel about the affair? What feelings have you been experiencing lately?
Well, I'm hurt, disappointed, pissed off, deceived. How many words do you want?
We could go on forever, but those are really descriptive ones. So of those feelings that you kind of named, what's the strongest one for you?
Deceived.
Deceived.
Mm-hmm. Lied to.
Mm-hmm. That's the biggest one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Renee, how does it feel hearing him say he feels deceived? What does that bring up for you?
I mean, I get it. I'm not saying that I didn't do something wrong because I get that. It's just that, it's happened a few years ago and I've, I regretted it. I admitted it. I owned it. Just like last session, I owned it, but he still like throws it in my face. And I don't know how I'm supposed to help him at this point get past those feelings. And like even him sitting here like naming all these feelings, of course I get it, but it's still overwhelming. Like I'm just gonna continuously get punished for this.
Mm-hmm. So what I hear you saying is you understand how he feels deceived and lied to, but you really just want to kind of work on moving past the.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, I don't think she understands because I've never cheated on her, so she doesn't understand how that feels.
Mm-hmm. So you feel that because Renee hasn't experienced infidelity on your behalf, she can't possibly understand what you're going through?
I don't think you really know how this feels unless it's been done to you.
Mm-hmm. So explain what does it feel like to be deceived? Like what do you feel? How does it feel to be deceived or to be
I mean, when you devote your life to somebody for 7 years and think everything is fine, and then she has an affair with your best friend, how's one supposed to feel? I don't even know how I'm supposed to feel. That's why I started naming feelings, and I could go on and on and on because it just depends on which day, which moment of the day is how I feel.
Okay. So, does it change throughout the day? Like, or from day to day you can feel different? Do some days you
I mean,
forget
there's
it?
some days I'm just driving down the road, and I mean, just really bad sadness, and then we can be arguing, and I get pissed off, and and then the feeling of deceitfulness is always there, just not knowing if I'll ever be able to trust her again.
And how does it feel to even talk about being deceived by
It sucks.
the situation?
It sucks because it just brings up the hurt all over again.
So it's a recurring pain you can't seem to get away from.
Yeah, because I just never thought that she would do this.
So Renee, I know Mike said a lot there, kind of about his emotions and how they can kind of change day to day. What are you experiencing from hearing that?
Yeah, I feel really sad, because, even though I get a little frustrated that he keeps bringing it up, I feel so helpless because I want to help him and I want to be there, but like at the same time I feel like I'm invading his space or like how he's coping with this, but I don't know when is the right time or what I should do, and it's just so hard, and I get it, like it was dumb of me to do, but I don't know how to make him trust me or what he needs.
So I do want to just commend you and the both of you also, Renee, for it seems like you are taking responsibility for the action that occurred, the infidelity, but you're also open to the fact that, it may not be easy for Mike to move past that.
No, yeah.
And Mike, I want to thank you for even being willing to come in with Renee to these sessions, to be open to hearing what she has to say.
I mean, I've always loved her, and I don't think that has changed, but I just don't know. I don't know what to do right now. I don't know how to feel. I don't know what I should feel. If I go to touch her or embrace her, I just think about the other man.
Okay. So it's a lot of second guessing. It's like I wanna touch my wife, but
yeah, there's many times when she says, "Will you come to bed with me?" I really would like to, but then it's the thoughts enter my head, and it's just like I can't. I go sleep on the couch.
And I do want to go back to Mike. You kind of touched on being pissed off but also being sad. So of those two, right now, which one do you think is stronger?
Right now, probably sad.
So I do, if you don't mind, kind of want to dive a little bit deeper into sadness, if that's okay with you guys. Sure. I just want you to, if you can, just think of a time where in your childhood maybe, or even when you were a teen, just how did you cope with your sadness? Was it something you dealt with on your own, or was there someone close to you that you felt like you could kind of lean on for support?
No, I've always been kind of one that's kind of dealt with everything on my own. Even being here for therapy is really difficult for me. But I don't like to talk about my feelings. I can usually figure everything out myself, but this I can't wrap my head around.
So at this time, it's just the sadness is too great for you to hold it on your own. Thank you for sharing. So Renee, I know he doesn't usually talk about his feelings, but he was willing to open up about, the sadness that he's experiencing. How does it feel for you to kind of hear him discuss how he's dealt with sadness in the past?
His sadness makes me sad because I am his wife still, and I do believe that for good and bad that we can get through things. I do have that. I do feel we have that resiliency in our relationship, but I don't know if he thinks that, and I want to I want to take this away from him. Like, I want to just be sad. I don't want him to be sad.
So I noticed that you want to take on a lot of responsibility, or you don't want him to feel like he's bearing the weight of the infidelity or anything in the relationship. So I'll ask you the same thing that I asked Mike. Have you felt like you had to, I don't know, bear the brunt of things or take responsibility for things like in your childhood or as you were growing up?
Yeah, because my parents fought a lot, and it was just kind of easier to just own it or find a way to kind of make it, like, to kind of ease it. And I would just take on a lot of the responsibility for things in the house or own up to things that weren't even my fault because it's easier. And I knew it would be okay, but like for my mom especially, I never wanted her to be sad.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I'd rather take on that.
So it would, it's easier for you to handle someone else's sadness than for you to see them try to struggle with it.
Yeah, because I get it. Like, you don't want to go through that by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So part of me does understand that, but the other part of me still is like I don't know how to get past this.
Okay. And I do want to help you guys hopefully work through how to keep your marriage together after the infidelity that occurred. Because I feel that you both want to work on it. Is that correct? You guys want to keep the marriage?
Yeah, at this point.
Yeah. So I hope hopefully in future sessions we can work towards that. At this moment, I'm just thinking on the idea of sadness. And I kind of want you guys to like sit with it for a few minutes. And just kind of whenever you're ready, either one of you, just explain or describe what's going on with you kind of inside as you sit with the sadness. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Whenever you guys are ready.
I think for me, like, I feel just really down and tired and almost helpless, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's almost like when I feel sad for him, I'm like creating this weight, so I can feel it in my shoulders, and I feel even selfish for saying that because it's his sadness, but I'm trying to understand it, and I am sad for how we are right now. So it's real.
Thank you for sharing that. Mike, are you ready?
Yeah, when I think about his sadness, I feel like part of me has died. Something I devoted a lot of time to. I guess you could almost say I feel numb inside. Even though it's sadness, it's like I don't know what to feel or how to feel.
That's really powerful what you both just did. So I do appreciate that, especially sitting with a feeling or emotion such as sadness. Like you said, at times it can feel heavy, like it's weighing you down. And for you, it's just you feel sad and then go numb. So my point was just to kind of bring you guys together in a sense, even during a pretty difficult time for you guys. You're both feeling sadness in different ways, but you are both sad. So I think if we can, and you guys let me know if this is something you wouldn't like to work towards, if we could kind of find ways that we can empathize with one another. Like each of you can understand that, hey, she's feeling sad. I'm also sad, but my sadness isn't greater than hers, you know? although the situation is a bit difficult to get through, I think if we can kind of empathize with each other, and then maybe that'll might even help you guys reconnect in certain ways. So even with, I don't know, arguments you guys may have, we can kind of change that cycle to where if we're more empathic with each other, the interaction won't be so hostile. Even when we start talking about infidelity or, you know, when underhanded comments might be made, So to kind of open the door for more, for arguments, but not hostile ones, if that makes sense. How's that sound?
Yeah, that would be good because I feel guilty when I'm sad because I understand. Like I feel like he should just be the one that's sad
And why is that?
because I'm the one. Like he always tells me, like I did this, and like I don't feel like I have a space to be at the same level as him.
Mm-hmm.
But to hear you say that, I think it makes sense, and that if we treat each other in the same playing field, like I can see how that can connect us in a weird way.
Definitely. And yes, you may have, infidelity is a funny thing. So yes, you may have, had the affair. But at the same time, at some point we kind of keep the dance going. So not to place blame on either of you, but the infidelity may be a symptom of something else.
Yeah, the fact that she didn't love me.
And in what ways do you feel that she didn't love you?
Well, if she loved me, she wouldn't have done it. She was selfish, and you just don't do that to somebody you love.
So I hear that you don't think she could possibly love you because of her affair.
I don't see how.
Okay.
That's not true.
Okay.
How's that not true?
Because it's not that I didn't love you at that time. It's just that you weren't there anymore. I could say the same thing that I felt like you didn't love me, and because I wasn't feeling it.
At that time though, I was working a lot. I'd been out of town working. Mm-hmm. I mean, we talked about that before I did it, and I think that was your open way to go ahead and do what you wanted to do.
This is really important here. This interaction is really important. I don't even know if you guys have realized it. So, something that's really important, really in affairs as well. Sometimes we have needs and wants, and we don't know how to voice them to our partners. In that instant, did you see how I don't know if she's done this with you before, but she was able to tell you what she needed, not making the affair okay. But do you see how she was able to tell you what she needed?
Yeah, but this is always it. She always blames me.
Okay.
If you would have been there for me, I wouldn't have had the affair.
Mm-hmm. What I want to ask you too, Mike. What did you need from Renee, and what do you need currently? And can you say it to her?
What did I need?
Mm-hmm.
I needed. I thought we were okay. I didn't think I needed anything from her. Mm-hmm. I guess what I needed was for her not to cheat. Mm-hmm. What I need from her now is I don't know. I don't know what I need. I guess just to be able to trust her, and I don't know how to go about that.
So currently you just need to feel that you can trust Renee.
Right.
To move forward. And I think that there are a number of directions we can go with that. So what I would like to see is for you guys to just kind of come up with some ways. Maybe that you can feel that you can trust Renee moving forward, and also Renee, for you to feel that your needs are being met as well, as far as attention, feeling wanted, feeling needed. that way you guys can kind of have like a little log of what you could do in the future if the issue comes up where she doesn't feel wanted or you feel she can't be trusted. And then you can look at that and then build your trust or, build the intimacy.
Yeah.
That sound good? That's what we need.
Sounds like something we could work on.
Okay. So I do want you guys to think on that for next session. And then I'll also bring in kind of my ideas that we can kind of go over, see if you're open to it.
Okay.
All right. We'll see you next week, guys.
Sounds good.
Thank you.